Bitcoin price prediction and technical analysis. Stay tuned to the end of the video. We'll do our own deep dive on the charts. Welcome back. Moneybags Rico here, bringing you financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said, out the way, we're going to check this out. We got data from Cointelegraph Market Pro and TradingView showed BTC USD finding renewed strength after briefly dipping toward 22,000, making higher lows if you ask me. The pair traded in a crucial zone for bulls on the day, with the 50-day and 200-week moving average MAs still yet to flip from resistance support. And we're going to take a look at that at the end of the video to perform a reclaim of the 200-week moving average MA as support. BTC needs to weekly close above 22,800. Popular trader and analyst Rec Capital wrote in a part of a recent Twitter update. Okay, so we'll check this out. Next week decision time, BTC will go between 30 to 40,000 he's predicting, or 12,000 to 15,000. I want the weekly close above 22,401, told people on Twitter. So these moves are pretty epic if you ask me. Let's go ahead and continue. We got, while sticking by its forecast of the relief rally going as high as 40,000 before another macro low set, acknowledged that Bitcoin was still in a bear market, which will last into 2023. I'm noticing something as well, and I agree with, I'm not sure what the name is, I didn't want to mess it up, but we'll get to it, Jibone and Jibbone. So all bullish trends are temporary moves. So the speed of the move higher felt positioning driven market was caught short, and the market is starting to show some signs of exhaustion. Those who are trading, gap and go trading, we can kind of tell that the markets are feeling a little bit gassed out. And we can see this on the 4-hour chart that most likely we could be making a higher low. We got this red candle. But what's epic, to be honest with everybody here, is that we broke out of this 200 moving average. We broke out of all the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, right? And this was this area that when we made the video, right? And exactly what we always say, we need to break out of it, make a support, right? Make a support above this. We have the same pattern that we always see. So we see the support right there. Let's go ahead and get these arrows out. Okay, so we have our arrows marked up right here. We see that we found a support, so we need to ask ourselves, we finally broke over this area before we continue. We finally broke over this area. This was a very tough resistance, and I bet that 22,000. So I will say that we did make a support above that 22,000, where if we look in the past, this was an area that we had a lot of problem. Here, as well as right here. So 3 times we basically said no, we couldn't get past that, especially when we crashed against this moving average, we crashed against this moving average, and we also crashed against this moving average, which is the 25, 99, and 200. So right now we see ourselves basically riding the 25 moving average. If we look at this purple line, let's go ahead and zoom in. We need to ask ourselves, are we making higher lows on this purple line? Seems like things are going pretty good. Seems like we're making higher lows. So, where's this next higher low going to be? If we look back, we had a wick up right about here. That wick up is matching up to exactly to where we're at right now. So we're going to layer the chart up and see how accurate this is and how things are moving along. Let's go ahead and put that right on the wick, right there. And if we look at that. It's right on the money where we're making higher lows. So we have the breakout from the 22,000 where we had trouble, right? We come up, come back down, made a support. Now we rock back up and break past that wick, which was technically, a little trouble in the past. We wicked up to it, and now we're making a support on it right there, showed by the arrow. So now we're going to layer the chart and see what's going on. I do agree, and I think everybody should be careful. Of course, not financial advice. The markets feel like they're exhausted just a tad bit, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Of course, also when it's getting towards the end of the month, people are going to start to take money off the table to pay for this, that, and the other. If Bitcoin can stay above 22,000, to me that would be looking pretty good, and we have some consolidation. We'll be looking at Matic as well and seeing the price of Matic. If you see Matic dipping into those 80s, and Bitcoin starts to see some volume start to pump back into it, there is some potential to make some money from the 80s, anywhere in those 80 zones to the 90s, if the volume starts to pump back up into Bitcoin, okay? You'll see that going into the rest of the altcoins and stuff. So I want you guys to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, make sure the bell notification is lit, and continue to come back and experience the abundance of money. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.